Hello, I'm Anthony Widemon. I'm the president and director of Clean Comedy Ministries, Clean Comedy Benefit Shows here in the destination, the Reno Sparks metropolitan area. And we're going to bring you another segment of 360 Seconds with, and today's guest is Minister Tiffiney R. Bradley. And we're going to talk about her new book, The Evolution of Virtue, Book 1. It's a novel. And we're going to have her discuss a little bit about it. But first we're going to talk about how long have you been in this area?
I've been in this area. This is my 6th year. I moved here in 2008.
Okay.
Now it's 2014, so it'll be exactly 6 years in July.
Okay. A little bit about your background as well?
Well, I'm originally from Missouri. I went to school there, was born and raised there. I've lived in a variety of other different places, but Missouri is my home. Some of the other places that I've lived in include Maryland, as well as California. And so now I'm here in the Reno, Nevada area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you love or like about this area? Because I find it very beautiful.
Well, I like the scenery.
Okay.
I like the fact that, the beautiful mountains is wonderful. I like the people a lot.
Okay.
It seems to be from my experience, it's a close-knit community. I spent a lot of time at the university and also at the community college, so I really enjoy working with our young adults. And it's calm and it's quiet. It's not a lot of chaos going on. Some places that I've lived, it's a lot of chaos, a lot of drama.
So you teach here at the university?
It's not, safe.
Okay.
That's important,
Mm-hmm.
safety.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So you actually teach here?
Yes.
What do you teach?
I teach communication courses.
Okay.
Primarily, my main course is public speaking, but I also teach fundamentals of communication as well.
Is this the first book you've written, The Evolution of Virtue?
No, that's not the first book that I've written.
Oh, it's not?
I've written another book. It's entitled Shining Inspirations. It's
Okay.
2 books in one.
Mm-hmm.
The first book is about prayer, and the second book is a collection of Christian testimonies.
Oh, okay. What compelled you to write The Evolution of Virtue?
I would have to say life in general, a lot of my life experiences,
Mm-hmm.
the misunderstandings that I've had, the misunderstandings that other people have had about me. A lot of the story is based upon stereotypes that people have about one another that impedes authentic connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to write a fun but compelling story that would challenge people to become more aware of how they misperceive other people.
Okay. What is the book series about? That's pretty much what it's about.
Well, it's about stereotypes. It's a
Mhm. variety
variety of other things in there in terms of the challenges that young adults as well as adults, but primarily young adults face it's kind of a coming of age story,
Mhm.
dealing with depression, dealing with relationships, dealing with trying to become a professional and all the challenges challenges with your parents and, certain things such as that.
So I gather from from a previous conversation that this book is basically a combination of some fiction and as well as real life.
That's absolutely correct. People will be able to identify and relate with the story.
What group of people do you feel will benefit most from your book?
Well, I believe more women will be drawn to the book than men. Women of all ages have told me that they really enjoy the book. Those who have started reading haven't gotten it out there really big yet, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
Take some time.
Yeah,
Take some time. But I would have to also say probably the age group between 15 to 30 will probably be most impacted and be able to relate the most to Virtue's story.
Well, I want to read it too.
Yeah. Feel free. Nobody's exempt.
Well, okay,
Don't feel like you're exempt.
Just checking. Just checking.
Feel free.
What does it take to be a published author?
A lot of work, a lot of discipline, a lot of focus. To me, I was watching some type of a show the other day, and they were talking about how a group of people were trying to climb a mountain. And I relate writing a book to that because you have to conquer not necessarily the exterior boundaries, but the boundaries within.
Mm-hmm.
Mental boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
time, excuses, and all that. And so it's one thing to write a book, but then it's a whole other thing to sell it. Most publishing companies these days, regardless if it's a top publishing company in the middle or if it's a vanity type of a publishing company, they expect you to market and sell your own books. So that's a whole other skill set that you've got to be able to, if you want to, sell a good amount of books.
Now, I just learned something. Now,
Yes.
a vanity book, that would be a book that you would write, they would print, and you would be responsible for the selling aspect of it.
No, a vanity type of a publisher is when you pay them to publish your book.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. What makes your book different from other books written by other African American authors?
Well, I focus a lot on four different ethnic groups in the book. It's not strictly about the African American experience.
Mhm.
It's about the Asian American experience, Latino American, also white American experience, and how coming together in a higher education setting, what that experience is like, and how people misperceive and misunderstand one another based upon what they've heard or false information, and based upon what they've seen on TV, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And so it really causes those African Americans who choose to read it, it should compel them to, I think more globally, so to speak, and not just be, well, this is my struggle, this is my issues. Everybody has issues. And so let's look at what some of the other issues are of people from other ethnicities.
Okay. So basically, you're saying as people, our struggles are actually very similar.
Well, not
Would you say?
necessarily. What we're talking about from a cultural perspective, there are some similarities, but there are some differences.
Mhm.
Depends on which struggle, which situation you find yourself
Mhm.
in. It all depends. But
Okay.
even going through my experiences in higher education, I never saw myself as stereotyping. For instance, white people, or the white ethnic group, and when that was brought to my attention as a young person, I was shocked. I didn't know. I thought I was being stereotyped, while at the same time I was stereotyped.
Yeah.
And so it really pulls from that arena.
That touches me when you just said that, and the reason it does, because I feel that same way.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm being
I feel that
stereotyped,
same
but
way.
yet I'm stereotyping.
And we are. But while you're stereotyping, and you're saying that stereotyping, and you're stereotyping, and people don't get that.
That's what I'm saying.
That
And
is-
so
that
it
is
really,
profound.
and that makes it a little bit different than just the African American people being oppressed. And anyway,
Uh-huh.
you have some of that in there,
Uh-huh.
granted, because that's
Okay.
some of our experience. I don't lie about that, but it's not all about that.
Okay. So it's always like, you got to walk in the other man's shoes, too.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. This was truly, 360 seconds is truly not enough time to talk to you. So we're going to have to do this again.
Absolutely.
Did I mention that we're here on the beautiful University of Nevada campus here in Reno, Nevada, which is part of the destination, the Reno-Sparks metropolitan area. And then we just spoke with author Timothy R. Bradley and her new book, The Evolution of Virtue, Book 1. And she said it was based on people of 30 to 30, 15 to 31,
Uh-huh.
which I slightly fall out of that category, but I'm going to read it anyway, and I suggest you do too. And I want to thank you for your time and
For
this
having
beautiful
me.
room and having us here on the campus. And that's another 360 seconds with Minister Tiffiney R. Bradley. And I'm Anthony Widemon, and we're Clean Comedy Ministries, Clean Comedy Benefit Shows, helping those who help others. We're located in the destination, the Reno-Sparks metropolitan area, where you can have the whole experience, and anywhere else is just there. And as I close, the future is so bright here. It's so bright. You're going to need your sunglasses. Till next time, take care.
Yeah.